She always has that creepy doll with her, which gets applause. Illusionist and magician Riana is from Indonesia. She became famous around the world after competing on the 13th season of America's Got Talent in 2018. She has a dark and unsettling stage personality that has made her one of the most controversial and divisive contestants. While she was on America's Got Talent, people liked Riana's performances because they were unique and creative, but they were also criticized for being disturbing. Because of this, she made it to the competition finals and ended in second place. What is holy? Riana is very good at what she does. She acts in such a stunning way that it would make even the bravest men shiver with fear. If you're scared of the dark, you should get ready for this. It takes skill to make something so creepy. What Happened to the Holy Marie Antoinette by Riana from America's Got Talent, as known as the Sacred Riana. Riana went to St. Ursula Catholic School and then the University of Bunda Mulia for college. She has loved magic since she was a child, which is why she picked the stage name, The Sacred Riana, because she thought magic secrets were holy. Riana got the desire to practice magic from her magician father. She became a very good magician through hard work and constant practice, and she chose an eerie persona based on horror movies. The way Riana acts on stage is flat-faced, and she switches between holding her doll and her head in her hands. She has long black hair that covers most of her face and wears long-sleeve dresses and white tights. Riana, who always dresses like the holy Riana, doesn't say much. And only talks to warn or give directions. When she does talk, her voice shakes so much that it can't be heard. Besides being a magician for a while, not only did she appear on America's Got Talent, but she was also on The Next Mentalist and became a judge on The Great Magic Show. She is currently off of talent show The Sacred Riana still does other shows on stage with her voodoo doll and other scary props. She also has a podcast on Spotify called Kisah Ora the Holy, where she talks about her past. Riana, the 30-year-old magician, also has her own snack brand. She worked with Overdose, a gourmet popcorn brand, to make a Flavor X variant mix, which is the perfect thing to snack on while watching her shows. Despite her scary reputation, this grand magician is just as normal as the next guy. If you go to her Facebook page, you'll see pictures of her without her costume, a signature long-sleeve dress and a voodoo doll. It's almost strange to see a picture of her with her family, which is different from how she acts on stage. She also has selfies of herself that show her face without her looking good in any of them before she got to America's Got Talent. In 2017, Riana competed on Asia's Got Talent and won after beating DMX Convalinos, a Filipino dancing group. Some people thought Iraq's performances were very funny, while others thought they were too scary and upsetting. During her time on America's Got Talent, she put on very theatrical shows that were reminiscent of horror movies. Her dark performances make celebrity judges and audiences cringe in their seats. Riana grew up in Indonesia. Riana looked up to the magician David Copperfield, and she got the idea for her stage persona from the bad guy in the Ringu series movie The Sacred. Riana was the second Indonesian to make it to America's Got Talent, after Damian Adicha. She literally stole the show, making it to the quarterfinals, but while she was there, she had a knack for making men sexually uncomfortable, especially with Mel B, one of the judges. Riana put up a picture of Mel B and several pictures of people who might have been killed on a desk and told Mel B to pick one of the pictures and one name from the list. Mel B chose the name Bob, which was considered holy at the time. Riana named Bob as the suspect by sharing a picture of Bob in an old newspaper that didn't have any pictures before. The picture of the victim was also in the picture Mel B took earlier in episode 1309. Riana put on a show called Judge Cuts. The show was a fantasy of the Sacred Riana playing with a made-up friend that she made very real and scary. Judges gave her a restraint yes, which sent her straight to the quarterfinals. Achieving the holy quarterfinals, Riana turned up the scary factor during her performance by giving Mel B a voodoo doll that looked just like her. This created an illusion in which her doubles came out of the audience and swarmed to the stage while the real Riana ascended to heaven. This scared both the audience and the judges. The performance was cut short after a scream of terror, and the commercial came on after the scary performance. Rihanna failed to make it to the semi-finals and was finally eliminated. Rihanna's performances were meant to be unsettling and to shock and surprise the audience. The sudden cut has fans wondering if the performance ended the way it was supposed to. The audience was confused and thought there would be more after the break. They got their answers when the show resumed. Heard what the judge had to say without being told what had happened. At first, some fans were hoping to see a full clip on YouTube, but when the episode did make it to YouTube, it was exactly the same as what happened on stage. Some fans think that what happened may hurt her chances of moving on in the competition. However, it turned out that the cut of the commercial break wasn't a mistake or a problem with the system, it was planned from the start, according to a lead document from the show's crew. It's not clear whether the card was meant to make people laugh or be creative, but it did make people feel sorry for Rihanna, and her performance was the most watched of the 12 performances that night on YouTube, with over 1 million views. No other performance had that many views. Was memorable that day. Another reason she left the show so quickly could be the difference in culture. The Sacred Riana grew up in her home country of Indonesia, which is an Asian country. It makes sense that the idea of a magic show would lean toward Asian culture, which didn't appeal to American audiences. For Asian audiences and illusionists, the drinks are the most impressive part of the show, while for American audiences and illusionists, the magic shows are the most impressive part. Asian magic shows focus on the story, and illusions are used in the performance once the plot is clear. This is different from what Americans are used to seeing, which is why some Americans who saw a performance didn't think it was impressive. In fact, some people didn't vote for Rihanna because they thought her act wasn't scary enough. This may also be a case of a culture clash. American horror a lot has scary jump scares and gross and disturbing images, while Asia's is mostly about curses and spirits. After America's Got Talent, the holy Rihanna then went on Britain's Got Talent, but, once again, bad luck was on her side as she was removed in the preliminary work on the Sacred Riana didn't make it to the finals of either America's Got Talent or Britain's Got Talent, so she went on to play in movies. Her first role was in her own horror movie, The Sacred. Rihanna started her own movie, making her the first AGT contestant to have her own movie. The production is impressive, and the thriller alone got over 3 million views. Later, she played Grace of Wonderwall in the Disney movie Stargirl in 2020. Later that same year, she appeared twice on Masters of Illusion, the first time in late May and the second time in mid-June. Rihanna didn't stop. In July 2022, she was in the follow-up to a movie. The Most Holy Rihanna sang Bloody Mary in 2022 as well. Later that same year, Rihanna made a guest visit on Indonesia's Got Talent during Fritz's Grand Finals performance. That same year, she also made it to the semi-finals of La France un Talenti Season 7. Rihanna has played a well-known horror-inspired character on the big screen, but she's really just like you and me. Her talent has made her name synonymous with all things creepy and strange, and she might be back on TV soon.